Hey guys, my name is Nika and I'm the host of Prosta English podcast. I believe today's episode will be highly inspiring and motivational for you. After listening to this episode, you will feel energized and full of ideas on how to make your year productive, bright, and successful. That's because today we are going to talk about creating a vision board that actually works and will help you make your dreams come true. So let's get started. Actually, there are many different opinions about vision boards. Some people say that, yeah, they definitely work, but others say that those vision boards are completely useless and believe that you shouldn't have your head in the clouds, but instead, you just need to work hard to achieve what you want. I personally agree with both points of view. On the one hand, if the only thing you do is to find pretty pictures on Pinterest, but at the same time you do not do absolutely anything, of course you will not get what you want. On the other hand, if you never think about your dreams and never write them down or never visualize them, you might have no idea where you're going to. And one day you may find yourself at the point in life that you never wanted to be at. And in addition to that, you can also face emotional burnout or lose the sense of purpose in what you're doing. So, I personally support the idea of both dreaming and working hard. And it seems to me that it's the most effective way to live your best life. Now, let's dive into the specific steps we need to follow to create a vision board that really works. Of course, it's not an exact science. You can create yours in any way that feels right for you. But today I will share my method and I hope you will find it useful. As the first step, I write down in my notebook different categories of my dreams. These categories are the following: health and healthy habits, career and business, knowledge and education, traveling and new experiences, hobbies and creativity, love and relationships, success and money. Then I look at each category and I start to analyze my current situation, my point A, and also what I want to change, what I want to achieve. So, my point B. Let's take health and healthy habits as an example. I'm really proud of myself because this year I got back to exercising. Now it's not a problem for me anymore to do sports. I do not find millions of excuses to avoid it and etc. But the problem is that my training sessions are still not regular. One week I might exercise, for example, 5 times, and the next week I'm busy and I only manage to exercise once. So next year, I would like to change this and start keeping track of my training sessions. In addition to that, I don't just want to exercise for my health, I also want to improve the quality of my body and skin and lose 3 kilos. Now, when I know what I want, I open Pinterest and I try to find a picture of a girl who represents this goal for me. I imagine that this girl has a great body, shiny hair, white teeth, and healthy looking skin. And when I find this picture, I save it to a new folder on Pinterest called Vision Board. Later on, I will print this picture or these pictures if I find a few. And then comes the most important step. On the back of the picture, I will write down exactly what I'm going to do to look this way. For example, I do sports 4 times a week and my weight is 55 kilos. Or I go to a swimming pool with saunas once a week. Or I apply a hair mask once a week. Or I do a quick face massage every evening, and etc. I believe that this step of writing down exactly what I need to do makes the biggest difference. Because in this case, I will not only find a visual example of how I want to look, but I will also define the exact steps that will help me achieve this goal. And in this case, dreaming is combined with planning, which is, in my opinion, much more effective. And then I move from category to category in the same way. For example, if we talk about education, in 2025, I would like to take my Polish to the next level. Yeah, I can already have daily conversations with people, I can watch movies, and I can read books. By the way, in 2024, I read 3 books in Polish, which is an unbelievable success for me. But at the same time, now I do not have enough speaking practice. And sometimes when I need to have a spontaneous conversation, I might forget words. And very often I feel that my vocabulary is rather limited and I cannot explain everything I want. So, to change it, I will find a picture for my vision board of a girl studying, and on the back of this picture, I will write down complete a B1 Polish language course. By the way, if you have a similar dream but with English and you want to speak English fluently, I would like to invite you to our courses. We offer English courses for all levels, from beginner to advanced. Our program includes small group classes with a teacher, speaking clubs, an interactive platform for homework, lots of communication in group chats, and many other fun activities designed to help you fall in love with English. In just 3 months, our students feel comfortable talking to different people and discussing absolutely different topics, from traveling and hobbies to global problems, business, and work. They also expand their vocabulary. They can share their thoughts and opinions more clearly. And in addition to that, they start to understand native speakers better. So far, we have helped more than 900 students to make their dreams come true with English. They can now travel to different countries and feel safe because they know that they can handle any situation, whether it's asking for help or solving a problem. And they can also communicate with locals and learn more about their lives, traditions, and cultures. Some of our students have even used English to get their dream jobs or to get jobs with better conditions and higher salaries. Some of our students are freelancers, and after our courses, they started to work with English speaking clients, and as the result, now they earn more money. I know that many of you are really tired of studying English all your life. You started at school and then studied at university, but still you cannot speak English fluently. So, if you want to change that and confidently say at the end of the year, yes, I do speak English fluently, then join our courses. We have the best teachers, the most engaging classes, and an amazing community, literally everything to make your dream of speaking English well a reality. Follow the link in the description below this episode to find all the details about our program. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on Instagram. I will be happy to help you. So, once again, all the links are in the description of this episode. Check them out, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our courses. The next category that inspires me a lot is traveling. Last December, I applied for a UK visa, but I wasn't sure whether I would get it or not because nowadays the situation with visas is really unpredictable. But anyway, my vision board last year included photos of the UK because I really dreamed of going back to London and visiting the English countryside. And yeah, it happened. I got my visa for 6 months and I had the chance to visit England twice in 2024. You know, I absolutely love the task of finding photos of the places I would like to visit. it because it reminds me of how beautiful our planet is and how many absolutely stunning and gorgeous places there are to explore. Traveling also motivates me to work hard and earn enough money to make these dreams a reality. The next section is hobbies and creativity. One of the pictures I would definitely print is of a girl with a guitar. On the back of the picture, I will write, I have guitar classes regularly, 1 or 2 times a week. I play confidently in front of others, and I have learned at least 50 new songs. You know, my situation with the guitar is very unstable. Sometimes I can have classes every week, but sometimes when I travel or I have a lot of work, I skip my lessons. And of course, since the guitar is not my top priority, I just play for myself. I don't want to become a professional musician. That's why it's easier for me to cancel classes when I'm busy. But at the same time, I really enjoy playing the guitar. I love the feeling of being able to play different songs. But the problem is that when my classes are inconsistent and I take long breaks, I notice that my skills get worse. I play worse and I forget chords, and I need to spend later on extra time relearning what I already know. And yeah, this is exactly what stops my progress. And that's why this year I want to be more consistent and develop a skill of playing the guitar regularly. The next category on my vision board is career and business. I have to say that I'm a lucky person, really, because I have created the business of my dreams. I work with amazing people. I have awesome, friendly, and highly motivated students, and I help them find new opportunities in life by improving their English skills. I truly love all my projects, including this podcast. So, when it comes to my career, next year, I don't want to make any global changes. I just want to keep growing by promoting myself, my school, and my services, and by reaching more people who I can help. The next section of my vision board is money. I really believe that it's very important to think about how much you want to earn. I know some people who constantly complain that they do not have enough money, but at the same time, they drive new cars, buy cool apartments, and etc. I think that in order to feel calm, appreciate your achievements, and track your income growth, you should have a clear idea of how much money you want to make. If you are always saying it's not enough, it can demotivate you and make you feel anxious all the time. But when you're going to plan your income for the next year, come up with realistic numbers that, on the one hand, will motivate you to work hard and smart, but on the other hand, won't be completely impossible to reach. Another point that I would definitely write on the back of the picture with money is savings. I believe that it's extremely important to know not just your income, but also how much money you want to save. Because sometimes our income can grow, but at the same time, our spendings grow too. And in this case, yes, we earn more, but we also spend more. As an idea, you can write down the exact amount of money that you want to save or the specific thing that you're saving for. In my case, I really want to buy a new car. Yeah, we have a car now, but we bought it spontaneously. It was the time when we were choosing the apartment and we needed a car to drive around Gdańsk frequently. And it wasn't the car of our dreams, it was just a random car that our close friend was selling at that moment. You know, actually, I like this car mostly because it's small, which makes parking really convenient. I can park anywhere and feel confident. But at the same time, I know that I want a new car. Not a brand new one, but the one that is not older than 10 years. Yeah, maybe it's my Belarusian mentality because I think in Europe, people do not care so much like what car they drive. But I want to drive a good car. It's important to me, not to show off or to prove someone something, but simply for my own comfort. I talked about traveling, that it motivates me to work hard, and the same with a car. For me, it's the way to prove to myself that I was able to achieve my goal and buy it. Okay, guys, so let's quickly review all the steps we need to take to make a vision board that really works. Step number one, you open a notebook and write down the main categories: health, relationships, education, money, and etc. Step number two, you analyze your current situation in each category and think about what you want to change or achieve. And then you write down your dreams, goals, and plans under each category. Step number three, you find pictures on Pinterest that represent your dreams. Then you print those pictures and on the back, write down exactly what you want to achieve and the steps you will take to make those dreams come true. Step number four, you put your vision board together and you stick all your pictures to a big piece of paper. Step number five, as an idea, you can place your vision board in a frame. This way, I think it will look pretty and you will have a chance to place it somewhere where you will see it every single day. For example, on a dresser, on a shelf, or on a table. Just in case, if you do not want other people to see your vision board, you can keep it somewhere less visible, like inside a dresser or in your wardrobe. In this way, whenever you open it, you will still see your vision board and you will be reminded of your goals. That's it for today, guys. I really hope that this episode has inspired you to start thinking about your dreams for 2025. And let me repeat one more time. If your goal this year is to speak English fluently, my team and I would be thrilled. We would be so happy to help you. If you enjoy listening to this podcast, you will absolutely love participating in our courses. Follow the link in the description of this episode to book your place in one of our courses. And in 1 year, you will thank yourself for taking this step. Stop saying, I don't know English. Start speaking it. That's all for today, guys. I wish you a very inspiring and fulfilling year. Do not be afraid of dreaming big. Stay in touch. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day.